Hello everyone, my name is Jerry's and I'm going to play as Sheikh Rostam Karanzada of Mazandaran of the Bavandid Dynasty, a house that's descendant of the Sassanid Dynasty, the dynasty that used to rule the Persian Empire before the Muslim conquests. I've changed some game rules. I like to play with Iron Man for the achievements, limited enclave independence, strict regional heresies, significantly slower culture conversion speed, fate conversion speed slower, diplomatic range restricted, so also more a realistic diplomatic range, because it's quite weird to be able to communicate with like Italy when you're just a small count this part of the world. Fate conversion slower and culture conversion speed then significantly slower also so the map is more consistent. I've changed character nudity to never, because YouTube doesn't like that. Let's dive in. So I rule 3 counties: Mazandaran, Ruyan and Baduspan. An open terrain expert, skill tactician, temperate, just and diligent. I have 2 virtues. So our virtues are diligent, honest and just, and our sins are sadistic, deceitful and lazy. Of course we have divine marriage, so I'm going to combine that with blood, the blood legacy, so we get good traits in the family. So I have to find some good women to marry. Preferably Zoroastrians. With a good trait, we have a pretty woman, but she's 39. Give a quick woman, Uruzan. Another pretty woman. Another pretty woman. Alright. I'll try to marry the quick woman to myself. Yes. And I can only take concubines in my own court. That's a little annoying, but looks like we have 3 women here I can take as concubines. Now we have to find a woman for our brother. So I want to stop him from fighting. Don't want him to die. Let's take a look if we can marry one of these women. She's 19, that's better. Or is the 25-year-old better? There's a lot of diplomacy. She... Gary is... Guess I'll take the 25-year-old actually, because diplomacy. I'll marry her to brother. Alright. My son is way too young, yes. I'll focus on the lifestyle. We already have gallant. Might effectiveness. So this gives extra knights. Peacemaker. And does that fit our traits? Yeah, pretty much. Alright, I'll go try to be a gallant. I'll focus on chivalry. Because I do like to roleplay and follow my traits. But I do have the overall goal to restore Persia. But I don't want to min-max it. I want to try to do things that make sense for our character. Yeah, he's a diligent man, so he doesn't like his liege. His liege doesn't like him. So I've heard of the Sassanid Dynasty growing. And we have the Abbasids as well. The Saffarids are in Persia. And they can take like 2 holy sites if I join them. So that's what I'll try to do. I'll start swaying him. I'll have to break free of my leash. And I'll have to grow. Well, try to get a claim on rye. Collect taxes, foreign affairs, organize levies, and find secrets on my leash. And that will be it. Bavandid learned as the bear. I will gladly accept your marriage, my half-brother. We can get pretty into the family line. We are lucky. Quick as well. Excellent. Because later on we can start marrying our close family members to get it. Then opinion boost for our vassals. The same faith. We have some forests, mountains, plains and more forest. So we really... these mountains are quite a good defensive position to be in, so we... That's probably why this part of the world remained Zoroastrian longer than the rest. It's harder to conquer than these dry lands and deserts. It's flat terrain. We have the mountains here. Aswar practice. The clanging of mail and the clashing of swords rings in my ears as my Aswaran practice their arms. I studied them intently, trying to ascertain each one's particular strength and weakness. There can be little rest for them, for as soon as the bell is rung, to signal the end of the mock melee, the stable doors are opened, it is time to bring out the mounts. Today we're going to field riding. We're going field riding. Bring me my armor, I haven't ridden on the Quintain in ages. Now let's go riding. A hilltop view. Amin glances at the mud fields at the bottom of the hill. This could serve as the outline of an enemy army, he says. I inform my Aswaran as I inspect their battle line, prepare them for the strategy at hand. I should cut out diagonally and lead the Aswaran into the flanks. Or just charge. I'm skilled tactician and temperate. I'll do this. Precision strike, the storm of hoofs around me, the shouts of mounted warriors, their unyielding momentum. Riding at their head, it feels as if I'm at the head of a force of nature. This, however, is a force I direct, that responds to my every little order, that I command as if it was an extension of myself. Charging into the flanks of an imaginary army, my Aswaran never straying from my plan, I know that this is how I bring utter devastation to my enemy. This is how the rush of victory will feel. So, earn the perk. Romancing or never back down. Never back down. My heir is 2 years old. My brother is a reaver. So I can become the Sassanid. I have to control Persia, Khorasan, Transoxiana, Dela, Makran, Kabulistan and Mesopotamia. That's just the Persian Empire, I believe. This. And I can restore the priesthood when I have 3 holy sites and a 1000 piety, so that's easier to do. Greetings, my sensible liege. Can't find any secrets yet. Better find some. The way of the axe. The endless clash of metal on metal, the chafing of the armor, the sting of sweat. It is a dance that is as familiar as it is exhausting. To heft my axe, attack, dodge, defend and repeat. Maybe it would do me good to practice my skills with another weapon. So I'm an axeman, right? Me and my trusted axe will not part. Let's end the monotony. Let me another weapon. Yeah, let's keep the axe. I don't want to increase his opinion. Yeah, this is the brother of our liege. Of the Bavandid Dynasty. We have Gilan. Gurgan, the Karen Dynasty. Through a noble mind, truth. Firm as horn. I rule. Alright. And the Tyrids are being attacked by the Saffarids for... Not sure what their goal is. Training a warhorse. As I inspect the stable, my gaze is drawn to a mare, kept away from all others. She throws her head and stomps her hooves, displaying her powerful hindquarters and well-arched neck. This creature has the best of conformations and the worst of tempers. I've never seen such a warhorse before, but the stable master insists that she is impossible to train. Diligent. I am not one to back away from challenge. It's a fine steed. Will fetch a hefty price. My stable master will learn a lot from taming her. I'll do this. Because I'm diligent. Training a warhorse. The horse pins her ears back as I approach. Her disregard for my crystal clear this first meeting is important to earn her trust and respect, and I need to decide how to go about it. Prowess, diplomacy, or intrigue. Steady hand or gentle? I'm just average, so I'll try this. Gentle approach. It is a mighty feeling. The powerful horse follows my every whim. Now that I have earned her trust, she seems almost fond of me. I will keep her into warhorse. Admiring the mare now follows my every command. I muse upon what to call her. Name inspired by history. Mythology is full of awe-inspiring horse names. It's just a horse and it should be named as such. Enjoy things in moderation, justice, hard work. So mythology. The mythological world is rich and grandeur, and the names for horses. Well, let's do a history. Let's see. Oh, this is weird. Persians didn't like Alexander, and how would they have known Charlemagne? I'll do the sun god then, probably. I can't pronounce this. Ushaishravas. No. Well, just a horse then. Charger, Abbot, Prancer. Charger, alright. Fine. King's Guard. So I can now have 9 Aswaran. It's quite good. What, why, how? There is never a quiet moment. My son and heir Shervan is so full of questions. I do my best to encourage his curiosity, but sometimes I cannot help but get exhausted by the constant stream of thoughts and queries. When a father and a mother love each other very much... He asked where he came from. Let's invite. How's this going? Yes. 5 Aswaran. Increase the speed by a bit. Well, this guy is good. Recruit to court. No, you cannot educate my son. Oh wow, that cost me a lot of money. He's an Ayyubid. It's the dynasty of Salah-ad-Din. The Said. Blood of the Prophet. All right. Fruit. I'll recruit him as well then. Charger the sick mare. This charger trudges out of the stable, dragging her legs and hanging her head. There can be no doubt the mare is sick. The stable master assures me there is a cure to be found of what ails her, but it comes at a hefty price. Yeah, alright. I'll save her. I'm in debt now though. Espionage lovers. Aha, my liege has a lover. That's good. Alright, he doesn't like me. But I now hold a hook on my leash. Yeah. I don't have the hook yet. Okay, I'll blackmail him. I've got a hook on him. But now I can modify my feudal contract. Levies or tax? Probably levies. Can't do those both. Now he's less troops. Claim. Let's wait for it. Speed this up a bit. Are these guys ready with our war? Or is some rebels?